Hey Run Junkies, welcome back to Training Tuesday, where in last week's installment, I visited RoadRunner Sports to get fit for my new running shoes. I had met with John, who helped determine my shoe needs. After John had made his recommendations, he handed me off to Darren. From the information collected from John, Darren used that data to get me started on trying new shoes.
Give a great hands with Darren. All right. Great winner.
Thank you.
I'm going to bring out probably about 3 or 4 pairs of shoes just to kind of start them. And usually, kind of, that's all you need. And then your foot will kind of make that call.
He pulled out 3 new pairs for me to try. The Asics GT2000, the Saucony Guide, and the Adidas Supernova Sequence.
No shoe has any arch support in it. It comes from that little foam sock liner. Having something in there, especially with high arches and any type of balance discrepancy, is going to help tremendously. Doing any type of long distance running or a walk of running, there is going to be that.
For each shoe, the runway walk helped me decide which shoe felt and fit the best. At this point, it was a matter of personal preference.
Let's go ahead, let's take those off and let's compare them to the rides.
Okay.
And what we'll do here is we're going to treat this like a little round robin elimination.
I liked the Asics fine, but I didn't care for the lacing on the Adidas shoes. In the end, the Saucony was the most comfortable. This is not to say that the other shoes were inferior, but rather that my personal preference leaned toward the Sauconys.
So in this case, now it's actually your best fit because your feet are flat.
Right.
Or supported, I should say, and then your ankles are now supported by the shoe.
Hashtag Bammer, find your strong. At what point would I feel the shoe needs to be replaced?
From the shoe brands, they're going to tell you have anywhere from 400 to 600 miles. One of the ways that I recommend, do you use any running apps like Strava or Nike Running?
There is that, yes. So Training Peaks and Strava and all of those things that have a gear in the shoe.
Exactly. Because like a lot of people go, well, as soon as my tread goes, that's when I get issues. Or as soon as I start to feel pain. But that's not necessarily the best way to. That's like I'll take my car in as soon as the oil light comes on. At that point, it might be a little too late, or it's just one of those things that it might not be the shoe that's causing the pain.
Once I tried on those 3 different shoes and decided on the Sauconys, Darren then pulled out the shoe model I had been wearing up to this point, the Brooks Adrenaline. After a runway walk in both shoes, I had decided to switch over to the Saucony Guides. The reason for this was that I had been running in an overbuilt shoe for my needs, and the Saucony provided the flexibility that the Brooks shoes lacked. This is to say nothing against the Adrenalines. They are a great shoe, but not the best shoe for me.
Well, congratulations, you won.
Thank you.
People call in, or when people ask, they're basically just saying, hey, what do you like? And your foot is completely different than his foot, my foot, his foot, and everyone else's foot. And so we get so many people coming in saying, hey, my friend told me I should run in such and such.
Yeah.
And that's great, but you don't have your friend's feet.
Right. I've seen a lot of different schools of thought on breaking.
A lot, and to be honest, it's really kind of what you like.
Okay.
As long as you do break them in. If you were to be like, hey, I'm doing dopey tomorrow, will these shoes be good? Like, obviously, they're not broken in. However you want to do it, whatever you feel comfortable, do it however you feel comfortable, as long as they get broken in, yeah.
At what point do you consider rotating in a second pair of shoes?
We always mention it.
Right.
The hard part is a lot of people, they come in and they're not used to the running world.
Sure.
And so you can go to Walmart and get a pair of shoes for $30. The way I've compared it in the past is the game of baseball. And so if there was a baseball specialty store and you walk in and say, hey, I'm looking to play baseball, I need a baseball.
Okay.
And great. And that's all I need.
Right.
I got my baseball and I'm good. Thank you guys. Appreciate all your help. I got my baseball. And then they get out to the field and they don't have a bat, they don't have a helmet, they don't have a mitt, they don't have cleats. And so all of a sudden it's like they get out there thinking like, hey, I'm ready to go play baseball. I got my ball. And then they have this realization, wait, I need more. Running is a little bit different. What's the difference between cotton socks and moisture wicking socks? Why would I need insoles in my
All
shoes?
of this whole process, why would I have
Why
to go
can't
through
I
it?
run in sweatpants and a sweatshirt? The whole ecosystem of running, that actually plays in a part. And so, like, you want to be in good running pants. You want to be in a good tech moisture wicking shirt,
Right.
moisture wicking socks. You want to have your arches supported. You want to have good shoes. You want to have something to keep your hair back. You want to have something to hold your phone. You want to have something to track. And you want to stay hydrated. You want to make sure if you're running long distances that you're getting energy put into you. I never like to think of us as a shoe store, because we're not a shoe store, we're a specialty store. I always recommend getting multiple shoes, but I always understand that people who are brand new to running, try it out first.
One
And-
pair of shoes is an investment enough.
Yeah, exactly. I'm happy that people would be getting out there and being active
Yeah.
and trying something new and accomplishing goals. And so as long as you're doing that, awesome.
He
Like,
just said my mission statement. That's right. That's it right there. If I were a new runner, or if I were experiencing a change in biology or biomechanics, I might want to come back in and do this all over again.
yeah. And that's the thing. We usually recommend doing it once a year.
Oh, okay.
You can probably get away with it once every 2 years, but once a year, because a lot of stuff happens within a year. Especially
Right.
once you're over the age of 25 to 30, your bodies start to change. Whether it's you have kids, whether it's you've gained weight, lost weight, whether you're getting older and you're starting to shrink a little bit. There's so many, or just as your body starts to go, because that's just science. Things start to change,
It's
and
age.
so
It's
yes.
age.
No one ever likes to hear the word
Nobody
age.
wants to be called old. And you have stores all over the country.
Yeah, we have 37 different locations,
Okay.
from California, from the West Coast to the East Coast.
Okay.
So the
And it's all on your website.
RoadRunnerSports.com. You can find all that stuff out.
There's a link in the description below. Check it out. And you have everything. I have looked on your website. You have everything.
Our online store is probably one of the more vast stores I've ever seen.
I think this is so much good information. So I want to thank you very
Yeah.
much for having us in.
great.
And I want to thank Dave, who is actually shooting for me today, because it makes much more sense for me to actually talk to someone and not hold a camera like this. So Darren. So I really appreciate you taking the time.
Yeah, of course.
It really was very informative. I learned so much, and I've done this before. So thank you so much for taking the time.
Of course, appreciate you coming in, and I'm glad that we can help.
Thank you.
RoadRunner Sports has a 90-day guarantee. Try the pair, and if you don't like them, you can bring them back. Their VIP membership is $15 per year, and you receive in-store discounts, plus free 2-day shipping from their online store.
Okay, so that is it for Training Tuesday today. We were able to get a lot of really good information. Thank you so much to RoadRunner Sports and John and Darren and the whole staff here in the Westminster store. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Also subscribe. We've got a lot more great stuff coming up. But that's it from me today. Thank you so much for watching. Get out there, go find your awesome. We'll see you next time. And in the meantime, happy running.
You welcome people into the family, and so
Welcome,
Yeah.
VIP family.
yeah, so like cold stones.